All right, guys, time to break down the brand new campus legends and, of course, the two new legends for the weekend. So we're going to pop up Mutthead. We're going to see who might fit in on our roster, both on offense and possibly on the defensive side of the ball. This is what we're working with. We're trying to find some targets for Boss Vic, who's turned us into a below-average passer for some reason. And I'm still looking for a new corner. So let's go over to Mutthead. We'll take a look at campus legends. Here you see the promo. It looks like a Tim Tebow. Looks like a Mathieu. We'll get some more information about these guys right here. So the campus legends are these five guys. Tebow, Crabtree, Mathieu, Boulware, McFadden. Not Mutt Guru McFadden, Darren McFadden. And then you have elite campus heroes. All these guys you see here. There's also 50 gold campus heroes that were released today, and we will click on and go through that. So let's just give a quick rundown. I know most of you guys will want to explore the top guys before we explore some of the weaker guys. Let's talk legends real quick. All right. Ultimate legends are now out. Calvin Johnson, 2011 edition. 100 jump, 97 speed. They gave Megatron 97 speed. That's amazing. That looks like 97 route running, 97 release, 100 spec, and 97 catching traffic. I think that's the same as Odell. Odell has 102 and 95, so that spec catching traffic combo. I mean, this Megatron at 6'5" is amazing. 97 speed's ridiculous. You know, Demaryius Thomas just came out, and I thought that final edition was amazing, but this Calvin really blows it out of the water. This 48-hour Calvin. So he's going to be a guy you're going to throw aggressive catches to, but he can seriously do it all. Plus, he has 97 speed. Plus, he can go down the middle with that catching traffic. He's tall. He's got route running. Like, they didn't dog him really in any area, and that's outstanding. So the other guy is Terrell Suggs, and what I really like about Terrell Suggs is as a linebacker, he's one of the best edge-setting, run-stopping linebackers in the entire game. 97 strength. That right there, you're going to put him out, feel super confident that you can stop the run. 96 block shed. I mean, that's defensive lineman Brandon Williams. That's Gilbert Brown level ability to stop the run if you're Terrell Suggs. Plus 96 acceleration. He's got 98 pursuit, 95 hit power, 94 play rec. I don't know his power rush pass move, but if I had to guess, it's got to be 90. I mean, it's obviously probably 97 or higher, but that's what's going to depend on whether or not I would pick up this card. But, I mean, Calvin and T. Sizzle, two good legends. Pernell McPhee, I would say Pernell McPhee, if you can't afford Terrell Suggs, is kind of like who his role you would replace him with. So I would replace my Pernell McPhee with this Terrell Suggs as my run-stopping guy. So quite the item right there for Terrell Suggs. But let's get back into Campus Heroes, and we'll talk about the elite guys, and we'll go through the legends, and then I'll stick around and do the goals if you guys want. But Tim Tebow gets a 99 overall item, but it doesn't stack up to a 99 in my opinion. 91 speed, I mean, you can't give him much faster than that. He was never that fast. And he has 86 medium. So he's got 97 throw power. At this point, we went over quarterbacks on Twim, and you can see it on this YouTube channel. You can see, you know, all the other quarterbacks that are out there right now in matchup world with this Tebow. But with 86 medium, you just can't have that. That's such an important range to throw playmakers, and he's not as fast as some of the other guys out there. So I'd still take a lot over him, but the 99 play action and the 97 throw on the run isn't bad. But I still think this card checks out more to like a 97. But it's Tebow, so you know you're gonna pay a premium to get him. So I wouldn't pay that premium, except it's worth it because having Tim Tebow and scoring a touchdown is flat out amazing. Crabtree gets a 99. This guy at Texas Tech, I tell you what, he caught that game winner. I think against Texas, he tiptoed down the sideline and broke a tackle with like 5 seconds left. They were number one for a minute. Amazing guy in college. He gets a 95 speed item with 96 release, 97 spec, 100 catch in traffic, and 95 route running. If you stack this item up against Jerry Rice, who I think is a top 3 receiver in Ultimate Team as that role that can do it all, kind of that drag, the guy you drag across the middle, because he has 94 speed. This Crabtree stacks up with that Jerry Rice in almost every area. So I'm a huge fan of Crab. Wow, just a great item, and he was a real campus legend, so it's cool that it reflects that. Now, the Honey Badger was also a stud at LSU. He's got 96 speed with 98 excel, but notice this Honey Badger is a corner. He played corner in college, and so he has both man and zone coverage, 96 speed. I'd have to check his tackle and pursuit and see if he can make plays, if we really were to click in and see what this Honey Badger brings to the table. But I would assume it's probably pretty good. His press is an 88. So, I mean, he's fast, man. He's fast, but he's more of a zone cover guy, so you could do it both, but you don't want to have to end up paying for both depending on what you do. So, I like this Mathieu. I'd have to test him, though, see how that pursuit is. He's only 5'9", so maybe a little question mark there. Peter Boulware gets only 89 speed, but he does have 97 excel. He's 90 strength, 90 block shed off the left side, so he'll hold up pretty well in the run game with 93 play rec. Let's see what his rush moves are. He's got 97 finesse move and 87 power. So that's actually a pretty good combo if you want a finesse rusher off the edge who's pretty strong at the linebacker position. But there's a lot of really good rush linebackers out there, and I don't think this Boulware really separates himself with anything too specific, but pretty solid overall. And Darren McFadden right here, 97 speed. He's 6'1". Pretty sure he's really 6'2", but they put him at 6'1" here. 99 excel with 95 elusive. I mean, he's a strong guy who is very, very fast, and his combine time actually reflects his speed. And he's been a stud since Madden 08. So for him to get this item is pretty legit. I know he's had other versions that had the strength beefed up. I think this year he ran over me a little bit, BCA maybe, and then he had a really good combine last year. So people do like the McFadden because of what he was able to do last year with his combine item. So make sure to check him out. Now, we'll run through the golds real quick, and then we'll just see who piques our interest, and then we'll go back to the elites, and then we'll get out of here with a W. So real quick, if there's any guys on this gold list you want to call out, or anybody I think that could be good, I'll make sure to make a play. Jacoby Ford's one guy for sure. Deion Sims, no. Roby, yeah, pretty good man corner. Christian Michael, you know I love his silver. This guy's, if you're a super, super budget team, I would pick him up. Lemonnier, you know I love him at the start of the year. This guy's legit. 96 excel, 95 hip power, 6'3". He's a guy I would consider picking up. This guy's got pretty good route running for a rookie, but obviously there's better receivers out there. Jack Crawford, I'll pass on, even though I like his most feared, and I'm just going to pass. Jimmy Clausen, can't do. Any quarterback that's out there that's not Tony Romo campus reward, you're not going to get value better. So Herzlich, no dice. Aaron Henderson, no dice. Justin Gilbert, not terrible. 95 speed mixed with 87, 85, like for beginner teams. Funches is 6'4" with good spec, but much better at this point in the season already. Jacoby Ford has 98 speed. That's one of the fastest in the game. And he has 95 spec. Why? But maybe you get this guy for drags and streaks. He becomes like a rich man's Marquise Goodwin for a specific role. You have the most feared John Brown. He's kind of used in that role. Fasano, nothing. Dorsey, no. Chase Daniel, no. We'll pass. Kevin White, 97 speed with 90 spec, 91 catch in traffic. Pretty good budget item. Going to be pretty good. The Mamba has 96 speed with 95 excel, 89 carry, 97 elusive. This is a good 99 agility item. Let's check his route running real fast. But I like this Mamba as kind of a third down back for budget teams. 83 route running. We just talked about the Deion Lewis. I think the DeAnthony Thomas matches up nicely with him. Left guard, no. Nix, no. Moreno, no. Jokel, yeah, not a bad run blocker for budget. For 2,200, good run blocker. Kirkpatrick, no. Henderson, no. Griffin, no. Ellerby, nope. Not a bad run stop in middle linebacker for super budget, but he's not that great. Sammy Coates, we are going to, take a double take at. Yeah, this guy's pretty nasty besides his route running. But you streak this guy, 94-93 combo with 95 speed and 93 release. Those stack up. Casillas for budget. For Casillas, 93 excel with 90 speed outside. Once again, another budget 2,200 win. If you play an all-campus team and you don't have any coins, like if you're a guy like Boogs that just started, these are some great deals. Canty, no. Major Right, no. 74 zone, no thanks. Velasco, no. Vaccaro, no. Can't have 73 zone coverage in a safety. Taylor Lewan, very good run blocker for budget. Case Keenum can't have. AJ Hawk, the Hawkman, he's got 85 speed. He was always like a nice fill player for the Packers when you were playing Play Now, but not right now. Fred Davis, who had a tough year, he gets a no. Scove, nope. Eddie Royal, pretty good route running, but we're going to pass. He never really got an upgrade this year, so he didn't really progress like we thought he would have. Eric Reed, we loved last year. He's got 96 hit power, 91 speed, 85 zone, 97 excel. It's really fast. That's pretty good for a budget. Free safety. There's a lot of good free safeties. Ratliff, pass. Terrell Pryor gets a quarterback card with 94 speed, similar to that most feared Joe Webb. With 96 throw power, I mean, obviously he's not the best throwing quarterback, but 94 speed is a really fun kind of like troll card. Obviously you can't pay 28 stacks for that, but if he comes down a little bit, everybody remember Terrell Pryor from Madden 25 with the green outline on it, Team of the Week 4. Devastating. Everywhere. 8K. Caused a lot of headaches, especially with the offense that was out at the time. Buck sweep, read option. Trey Mason, pretty decent, but there's much better out there. Brandon LaFell, no. Avili, no. Hankerson, no. Fowler Jr. gets an item. Good excel, good finesse. Not at this point in the season is this a good item, but, I mean, that's promising for his future items if he can come back from injury. Fleener, he tore it up in draft champs for people, but 90 speed, 6'6", with 89 catching traffic for 3,800 coins, that's dominant. Easily, no. Dennard's pretty good man corner, especially if you like to press. Karimi's a really good right guard run blocker. There's 3 really good run blockers in this draft college, whatever we're calling it. Outside backer, Bradham, he's got 93 hit power. He's a pass. All right, let's go through the other list. We've got kind of not the legends, but we've got the elites. So we're going to go through the Mudhead elites of these items. Remember, Demaryius Thomas we broke down on Twim. You can catch that on YouTube. But let's go through real quick elite campus heroes. So we'll start at the bottom. Devin Still, he is a pass, but if he's 7K or 92 is not great for a DT. You can get better beef for that. You get road to the playoffs, Brandon Williams. So you can do a little better than that. Brandon Spikes has 95 hit power. 88 speed's pretty good with 89 block shed. What's his strength? This guy has pretty good strength. He's going to be a decent, 90 strength. So that's a decent run-stopping middle linebacker, similar to the 93 Henderson or Kendricks, similar to the 93 Kendricks. The problem is you can't pay that much. But if he comes down a little bit and he does save you coins, that's a good run stuff in MLB. Finley, glad to see this guy back. He dominated Madden for a couple years, 6'5". But the catching traffic's just not there. He's got really good release, but that doesn't really matter for tight end. So unless you have a tight end role where they're going to get pressed, you don't really need his release rating. And he has bad route running. So pass on Finley. I'd say the Fleener's maybe better because he's faster. Prince gets a 93 speed, 96 man cover. Another good man cover corner in this campus. So run blockers and man cover is hot right now. Same thing, Trey Waynes. He's balanced across the board. 94 press. Good man, good zone. Baby, like a baby honey badger. The baby honey badger, Trey Waynes. I like him. Tebow, gonna pass. He's got 89 zone coverage. So he's going to be a set it and forget it defender in the middle, but 85 speed just hurts at this point in the year. You can't really have it. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, so we looked at Terrell. Let's go with Hyde. Hyde, I think he had a Schefter start early in the year. 96 truck's good for 92 speed, but the agility down to 89, that's something we talk about with truck backs. DeCastro is a good pass blocker with 99 strength. 99 strength, super rare. Pretty good at this point in the season with 90 impact block. Can't complain about that. I still think Larry Allen's better because he's much stronger and higher ratings, but if you can't get him, then that's pretty decent for 99 strength in the middle if people are stacking Wolf works there on you. Hester, 98 speed. Receiver, 94 spec. No route running, no release. Maybe he's a kick returner. He's an average receiver. You put him on some streaks, some drags, but we've now said that about 4 guys in this campus class, and he's fast, but you can find that for cheaper. This Bortles is. Gibbs would say this Bortles is as good as the Cam Newton, but I would disagree. But this Bortles is solid across the board, kind of like a David Carr type-esque player. With 90 deep, that's the threshold you want to see. And he's got plenty of throw power. Decent speed is a nice mix. Taylor Mays, always a stud. 95 speed. 97 excel, 98 hit power. Those are the 3 stats if you're playing at Taylor Mays. 6'3". So maybe if we start user in strong safety, it's a guy you pick up if you can't afford Sean Taylor. If you don't want to, if you don't really need that 82 zone coverage, you're just looking at him for speed and hit power. 95 speed's amazing, and 98 hit power is amazing, and 6'3" frame is amazing. So those are what he's always going to bring to the table. So it's good to see him get an item at that level. Mike Evans, 98, 96 spec and catching traffic, and good release. He's only 93 speed, which is pretty appropriate for this item at 6'5", but there's so many items like this out there, that you can find that you just can't overpay for this item, I don't think, at this time. The 98, 96 is good for 101 downfield, and the release is good, but I would pass at this moment just because there's too much to sift through out there right now at receiver that have similar ratings to what he's got. Eddie Lacy gets another addition. 98 truck, but his speed's pretty low on this item. I know he has good strength and he breaks a lot of tackles. There was a good team of the week I think he got near the end of the year, but I'm passing on Eddie Lacy this year. Chris Long, who I think was released today, unfortunately, 98 acceleration. He had a good draft champion set reward, so this is going to build upon that. It's actually got 96 power move with 98 excel. That's pretty good. And with 93 block shed, he's going to stop the run pretty nicely. 94 strength, 93 block shed. So Chris Long, I got to give him some props here. It's pretty legit. And lastly, Percy Harvin gets 95 speed, 99 elusive. He had a flashback earlier in the year that I tried to make a thing, and it never worked. I tried to make him a kick returner because he's pretty strong. He's secretly strong in this game. He always kind of has been because he broke a lot of tackles as a rookie, and he's just kind of kept that ever since. But 94-90 is not good. 80 release is not good. So you basically be using him for his route running, speed, and elusive. And like we said, any routes like drags where you're using that speed, you don't need the route running. So maybe he's a slant guy, but he can't go one-on-one downfield. He can't. You got to get him the ball. Screen passes don't work, and that would be a good role for him. Jet sweeps don't work. That would be a good role for him. But at 96, he doesn't live up to that. He doesn't have the skill of a 96. The 95 route running is good, and the speed is obviously good, but I would pass on Persilicious for a top-tier team. So hopefully running through these reviews helped you. Remember, we talked about Suggs and Calvin earlier in the video. But yeah, very cool program here with Campus Heroes. It was a real surprise to me, and the fact that they added 50 gold. And if you're just starting your team, or you want to make a budget team, or whatever, that's the big deal. So shout out to the Hollywood 58 for subscribing to the channel. Anybody else that subscribes, I'm working on a document this weekend to update you with budget players, kind of like just went over. But make sure to hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're a Twitch subscriber, which is a little different, email me, zfarles@maddentips.com. We'll get you set up, just like we're going to get the Hollywood 58 set up. But there'll be more content, hopefully, from a channel tomorrow on Twitch. I got to take off right now, but I just wanted to break down all these new items because I know they worked hard to get them in the game. And I'm going to peace out. I'll hopefully be able to play some games tomorrow, and we'll go through the lineup one more time here. So tomorrow, I think I got to get out